Now we have reached to the chapter number 4. In chapter number 4, what actually we are going to discuss? In chapter number 4, actually, it's a co-sequence of third chapter, or you can also say that we were studying about the electrostatics. In chapter 1 and 2, we discuss about electrostatics. Because there we discuss about the charge of at rest. Suppose Q is the charge about which we are talking and it was at rest. And we were discuss about two properties, electric field and electric potential. In both the chapters this was only there. So this was electrostatics. From third chapter we discuss about current, cell, this whole bit, it was electrodynamics. So this is actually electrodynamics which you discussed chapter number 3rd, where we talk about the current, what is current, average current, drift velocity, how the current electron flows. Okay, this all we discuss. Also we discuss about Ohm's law, its limitations. Then we discuss about cell. We discuss about the cell and its combination, resistance and its combination. Then we talk about the Wheatstone bridge. Then we talk about the meter bridge. Then we discuss about the potentiometer. Then we discuss about the internal resistance. Then we discuss about the application of potentiometer, where we calculated the internal resistance of a battery or comparison of EMF of two given cells. After doing this much, now we have reached to the chapter number 4. Actually, what chapter number 4 is, it is related to the, in short you can say, the effects of electric current. In this we will come to know that whenever an electric current is flowed, when an electric current flows through a conductor, it produces magnetic field. It's an effect. When electric current flows through a conductor, it produces heat. So these are two main effects of electric current. Actually, about that only this chapter is all about. In 10th standard, if you remember, you have discussed that whenever a current flows through a conductor, it becomes hot. When a current flows through a conductor, it becomes hot. Why it becomes hot? Because of resistance. When every conductor has its resistance, when you runs Why you become, your body starts sweating? Because your body becomes hot. Heat is produced when you run and it comes out in the form of sweat. पसीना निकलता है बॉडी से। तो ऐसे ही जब किसी कंडक्टर में से करंट फ्लो होती है तो पहला इफेक्ट जो देखने को मिलता है वो है हीटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। एक्चुअली दैट इज नॉट अवर टॉपिक, but we have discussed in 10th standard and it is related to the topic, that's why we are here talking about little bit about it. And soon I am going and coming to my topic. So in this chapter particularly, actually what is the current? The current is the flow of charge. So after knowing this, that whenever current passes through a conductor, it was observed by Oersted. Oersted one day was doing something and he observed that whenever a current passes through a conductor or current flows through a conductor, it produces magnetic field. How he come to know? Because unknowingly he just put a magnetic compass and he was doing some work in laboratory. So when he started the current, he was performing some experiment. As being a scientist, he was doing something. He observed that why the needle is deflecting. So when he switched off, the needle was deflecting. When he switched on, needle was deflecting. But when current was flowing, there was no deflection. Now listen, again I repeat. When switch off, needle was deflecting. When switch on, needle was deflecting. And once a steady current flows, no deflection. What does it mean? Then the Oersted comes to know that whenever a current flows through a conductor, it produces magnetic field. Okay, so he was only observed this. He performed this experiment in some other ways also. He changed the direction of current and he observed that the direction of needle was also changes. It means by the first, suppose he was flowing the current from left to right and the needle was going suppose left. Now he flows the current, he interchanged the connection and he allowed the current to flow from left to right to left, and he found that this time the needle is deflecting towards the right. So also he comes to know that electric field which is going to produce is also a vector quantity. If the direction of current will change, the magnetic field direction also changes. But he was not able to do anything, okay, and he only observed this and tell to the world that when charge flows through the conductor, it is current, the flow of charge is current. Due to this, magnetic field produced. Now magnetic field, we are studying since we have been studying since our 8th or 9th standard, even better I say 6th or 7th standard. What are magnets? Magnet has the power to attract the iron object. Such object is called magnet. If magnet has a field around it, if iron small objects are kept, it is attracted by the magnet, or the iron objects gets attracted by the magnet. It means magnetic field applies a force due to which this whole object reaches to the magnet. We also understood the properties of magnet, that suppose these are the two magnets. If this is the north pole and this is the south pole, the north repels each other, the south repels each other, and the north-south attracts each other. This all we have done in earlier classes, in childish classes, like 7th, 8th and so on. But what is the new thing that you are going to learn in 12th standard? In 12th standard actually, this chapter is all about to know some main phenomena in the nature. The first phenomena which was observed by the Oersted, that we are going to talk about. That whenever a current flows through a conductor, it produces magnetic field. If it is a wire, you have seen in 10th standard, that's why I am not going to discuss more about it, because and to find the direction of the magnetic field, we used to use the right hand thumb rule, that hold the conductor in such a way that thumb indicates the current, then the right fingers will indicate the direction of magnetic field. If we do like this, if current is flowing from top to bottom, up to down, then you see the magnetic field is also like this. Now you will be surprising that why this is happening. अगर ऐसा रखा तो ये क्या हुआ, उंगलियां तो वही है, उंगलियां वही है, लेकिन घड़ी का भी 2 डायरेक्शन होता है. हमारे फिजिक्स में 2 डायरेक्शन होता है, मैथ्स में 2 डायरेक्शन होता है, क्लॉकवाइज, एंटी क्लॉकवाइज. आप एक चौराहे पे अगर एंटी क्लॉकवाइज घूमेंगे तो दूसरी गाड़ियों से भिड़ जाएंगे. जब आप चौराहे पे एक टर्न लेते हैं, कोई सर्कल आता है, उस सर्कल के अगर आप सबको क्लॉकवाइज टर्न लेना होता है, जो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज टर्न लेने जाता है वो उधर से आने वाली गाड़ी में घुस जाएगा और एक्सीडेंट हो जाएगा, लोग मर जाएंगे. तो ऐसे ही यहाँ पे बहुत बड़ी बात है कि अगर ये कंडक्टर है, सपोज दिस इज अ कंडक्टर इन विच अ करंट इज फ्लोइंग एंड करंट इज इंडिकेटिंग बाय द थंब, देन दिस राइट फिंगर्स, ये घूमी हुई उंगलियाँ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को बताती हैं. तो यहाँ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कैसा होगा साहब? अगर इसी को मैं किसी इस पे रख दूँ, सरफेस पे रख दूँ, सपोज मेरा हाथ एक कागज़ का टुकड़ा है, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, यहाँ पे ऐसे छल्ले बनेंगे चूड़ियों जैसे. जैसे एक बच्चा राउंडर लेके बहुत सारे ऐसे राउंड बनाता है, घुमाता रहता है, घुमाता रहता है, घुमाता रहता है, तो उससे बहुत सारे सर्कल बन जाते हैं, कोसेंट्रिक सर्कल्स. तो द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड विल बी लाइक दिस. फिर मैं आपको बताता हूँ. इफ़ यू ड्रॉप ए स्टोन इनटू द स्टिल वाटर, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पैटर्न यू ऑब्जर्व. अगर आप किसी पौंड में जाएं, नदी में जाएं, तालाब में जाएं, अगर आप वहाँ नहीं जा रहे तो घर में कर लो. घर में यू जस्ट सिंपली टेक अ टब एंड फिल विद इट वाटर and take a stick and do like this. Try to disturb the water. You will say the ripples are forming like this. Ripples are forming like this, like this. So what are that? The similar pattern, but that can be seen by our eyes. But when a current flows through a conductor, the magnetic field which is going to be produced cannot be seen by our naked eyes. This is only the problem. Hope you understand what I am saying. So, when a current flows through a conductor in upward direction, to find the direction we use the right hand thumb rule. For that the right fingers indicates the magnetic field and thumb indicates the current. If we reverse the direction of current, the magnetic field direction also reverse. Now it will be clockwise. Initially it was anti-clockwise. These all things we have discussed. Why we are talking more about? Because these all the things is not part of our discussion. Our chapter starts from magnetic force itself. Before that you must have that what actually you are going to discuss, what topic you are going to touch today, and how much it is intact with your day-to-day life. Because this topic is intact with us right from 7th, 8th standard. So that's why we are talking so much about it. So let's begin with it, that what is the new here to understand for you, to learn for you. So let's have a look at this. Now, in this 4th chapter, first we are going to understand about magnetic force. What is magnetic force? Before that, you have seen in the previous chapter electric force. What was electric force? If a charge is stationary, Suppose gravitational force. What is gravitational force? I am holding this marker. Even the force is acting on it. Its velocity is zero because it's not moving. Even its acceleration is not zero. Its acceleration is 9.8 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. अब आप रोड पे चलने वाली गाड़ी के लिए ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते. रोड पे अगर गाड़ी का वेलोसिटी जीरो है तो उसका एक्सेलरेशन भी जीरो होगा क्योंकि वो सरफेस के साथ जा रहा है. लेकिन इस केस में ऐसा नहीं होगा. और हम बोलते भी कि जैसे वेलोसिटी चेंज होगा गाड़ी में स्पीड आएगा. फिर आप गियर चेंज करोगे, एक्सेलरेटर मारोगे, एक्सेलरेशन आएगा, गाड़ी की स्पीड बढ़ेगी बढ़ेगी बढ़ेगी. सो इफ यू आर कीप चेंजिंग द वेलोसिटी, the vehicles which are moving on the road or the surface of the ground. But in this case, when we are talking about, suppose I am holding a marker in my hands, in my fingers. If I release it, it falls down. Why? Because a gravitational field is there. Invisible gravitational field is there. Attraction power of the earth. So as soon as if I lose it, if I lose my grip, it will start falling down. Why it is happening? Because it has the mass, and due to this gravitational field, there is acceleration due to gravity. That's why it's a force that is equals to mass into acceleration. This you understand? Okay. Recently you understand in the previous chapters, chapter number 1 and chapter number 2. Suppose there is an electric field. This is electric field, suppose. And if you place a charge, it starts moving. It starts moving. Why? It experiences a force. As the gravitational field is directed towards the center of the earth, everything falls down except balloon, because except ship in the water, on the surface of water, because they Archimedes principle or buoyant force. But we don't want to divert our topic. So if this is a charge and here is the electric field is downwards, suppose my gravitational field is my electric field. It is positive and it is negative. So my electric field is from positive to negative, suppose. And if I place an electric charge here, where it will go? Of course it will go down. Because if I place a charge in electric field E, it will experience a force that will be given by F equals to QE. What will happen if I reverse the electric field? Suppose now I reverse the plates. Suppose I produce a magnetic field. I create a magnetic field taking this is positive, this is negative, and I place a charge in between here somewhere else in the gap of these two plates. If I reverse the plates, now this will become negative plate, it will become positive plate. Now electric field is upward. Okay, if I place the same charge over here, now where it will go? It will go upward. But after going somewhere else, it will stop. Why? It is not reaching. Why? Because it is having two forces. One is gravitational force due to mass. One is electric force due to electric field. So somewhere it will be hanging like this. It will become pause. Okay? It will stop. Because if you remove the electric field from here, then it will start moving upward. So finally the thing is that if there is a gravitational field, a mass is there, it will experience a force. If there is electric field, if it is the charge, it will experience a force, that's why it will move. Now my question is, if suppose this is the magnetic field, very important, this is the magnetic field, and if first I took gravitational field, then I replace it by electric field, then I replace by magnetic field. Suppose I took one magnet in the roof, ये जो सीलिंग है इसको मैं एक मैग्नेट बना देता हूँ नॉर्थ पोल, और जो फ्लोर है उसको मैं बना देता हूँ साउथ पोल. तो बीच में यहाँ सब जगह मैग्नेटिक फील्ड हो जाएगा। भाई मैग्नेटिक फील्ड तो यहाँ है नहीं, बिकॉज हियर वी डोंट हैव द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, बट कैन वी क्रिएट द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड? Yes, we can create the magnetic field. How can we create? We can create the magnetic field by taking the seeing of North Pole and this is the South Pole. So in that way, I can say the magnetic field is from top to bottom. And in same way, as I was placing, now you see what is the coincidence. Very different thing you are going to learn. If there is gravitational field, and if you are placing a mass, it is going down by the force mg. If there is an electric field, and if you are placing a charge, it is experiencing force and going down. Even if it is the magnetic field, if you are placing a charge, you will find the force is zero. It is not moving anywhere else. Wow, what a vibe. For instance, suppose that there is no gravitational field. There is no gravity. Only magnetic field is there. And if same I replace a charge, I placed a charge over here, somewhere else. What I will observe? You will observe or I will observe or anyone can observe. It is not moving at all. Why? It will not experience a force. What is this force? This is magnetic force. In a magnetic field, if a charge is there which is at rest, no force will be applied. Very, very different concept from gravitational field force as well as electric force. The gravitational force and electric force acts even the objects or the charge is at rest. But magnetic force only acts when a charge is moving. If it is at rest, it will experience a zero force. This force is known as a magnetic force. So now come to the topic. Now we can enter into the topic. Finally, we are going to discuss about magnetic force. So in this case, as we have discussed all the things, suppose I am having a charge that is q in magnitude, which enters, here I have mentioned the different color, red color, which enters into the magnetic field. Enters means it is moving. Remember guys, because I already mentioned, I made it clear, very clear, that if your charge is at rest, look at this, I am coming to that. If your charge is at rest and there is a magnetic field, there will be no force. So, when we talk about a magnetic force, suppose if a charge q enters into the magnetic field of magnitude b with some velocity v, I repeat, if a charge of magnitude q is moving or enters something, if it is moving then only it can enter. In magnetic field of magnitude b with some velocity v, then the force in a magnetic field, because there is only magnetic field, on this charge q is given by the formula force magnetic vector equals to q times v cross b. The cross product of this is the formula guys. Now when it comes to the formula, means someone has made it. Now how it is obtained, that will be you will be discussing in your college level. But at 12th level we only can understand that. Again, if a charge of magnitude q enters into the magnetic field of magnitude b with some velocity v, then magnetic force is given by charge v cross b, or its magnitude can be obtained. V cross b's full form is Vb sin theta. So magnetic force magnitude on a charge q which moving with velocity v in a magnetic field b is given by qvb sin theta. Now what is theta? Theta is the angle between velocity and electric field vectors. Because we have velocity is a vector quantity. Suppose I am moving like this, I am moving like this, I am moving like this. Everywhere the velocity is a vector quantity. It must have a direction. Now suppose a magnetic field is coming like this and a charge enters like this. इस कमरे में कहीं से एक चार्ज ऐसे जा सकता है, तो ये हो गया वेलोसिटी और ये हो गया मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. दोनों के बीच में कुछ तो एंगल हो. सपोज ये हो गया मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, ये हो गया वेलोसिटी, तो 90 डिग्री हो. ठीक है भाई साहब, समझ में आ रहा है? तो यहाँ पे हम सबसे पहले बोलेंगे थीटा इज द एंगल बिटवीन वेलोसिटी वेक्टर एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वेक्टर. So this is all about the magnetic force. तो यहाँ जो सामने फॉर्मूला आया है आपके पास, यही है आपका मैग्नेटिक फोर्स. दिस इज योर मैग्नेटिक फोर्स. और ये बात बिल्कुल क्लियर है, एकदम छोटा सा फॉर्मूला है कि अगर Q चार्ज B मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में B वेलोसिटी से एंटर मारता है, if it is moves, if enters, it will experience a force that is called the magnetic force, that is given by QVB sin theta, where theta is the angle between B and B. Now special cases means what? Which I discussed recently. Suppose my roof is ceiling is north pole, my floor is south pole, the magnetic field is downwards, and at this moment suppose there is a because door and a charge is entering from that door like this, like this, like this. So what is the angle between? This is the velocity vector, this is the magnetic field vector. What is the angle between them? 90 degree. It's a 90 degree. So if velocity vector is perpendicular to the magnetic field vector, the angle between these two vectors will be 90. Means this time the charge is entering into the magnetic field at 90 degree. So its force will be maximum. Why maximum? Because sin 90 is maximum. That's why force will also become maximum. Otherwise, charge is not changing, velocity is not changing, magnetic field all three remaining same. Even because of the entry of the charge is in such a way that it is making 90 degree with the magnetic field. उसकी entry ऐसा, the way the charge has entered into the magnetic field is at 90 degrees, so that it will experience a maximum force. Maximum force. So magnetic force will be maximum if a particular charge enters into the magnetic field perpendicularly. If it is not moving, suppose there is magnetic field but it is like this, it will experience no magnetic force. We have already discussed for long 10 minutes. I discuss only because of to make you clear that if your charge is at rest, it will not experience any magnetic force. Yes, it can experience the electric field. If electric field is there, electric force will be there, but it is. Hope you understand. This was all about magnetic force. तो ये हमारा मैग्नेटिक फोर्स हो गया. ओके, अब आता है हमारे पास यहाँ पे बात हो गया. अब थोड़ा इसको ध्यान से समझो. अब बिकॉज मैग्नेटिक फोर्स, व्हाट विल बी द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फोर्स? अब आप बोलोगे आप पहले बता रहे थे, वो मैं मैग्नेटिक फील्ड का डायरेक्शन बता रहा था. मैं अभी मैग्नेटिक फोर्स की बात कर रहा हूँ. तो मैग्नेटिक फोर्स का डायरेक्शन निकालने के लिए हम राइट हैंड थंब रूल का वापस यूज करेंगे. और राइट हैंड थंब का मतलब क्या हुआ? राइट हैंड थंब रूल के अकॉर्डिंग आप इसको देखें. ये सपोज हमारा राइट हैंड है, और ये राइट हैंड है. सपोज ये मैंने पाम बनाया है. अब आप इसमें देखेंगे कि यहाँ पे तीन चीजें हैं. मैग्नेटिक, थीटा को भूल जाओ, चार्ज, वेलोसिटी और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. तो हमें क्या करना है? व्हाट वी हैव टू डू? वी हैव टू यूज दिस फिंगर, वी हैव टू प्लेस दिस फिंगर इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ वेलोसिटी. This is the direction of magnetic field. Then this will be the direction of force which is applied. Now what will you say? Suppose as I was taking recently. So now this is the scenario. देखो मैं क्या बोल रहा था कि ये मेरे लिए मैग्नेटिक फील्ड हो गया, तो ये फिंगर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, मेरा चार्ज इधर दरवाजे में से एंट्री मारा था तो वेलोसिटी हो गया, तो फोर्स किधर लगेगा, इधर लगेगा, मेरी तरफ लगेगा फोर्स। तो वो यूं जाता जाता यूं मुड़ेगा, यूं जाता जाता उसको ऊपर यूं मुड़ेगा। तो यहाँ तक तो सीधा है, इस दीवार तक वो सीधा है, इस दीवार तक वो सीधा है, लेकिन इसके बाद उसके ऊपर फोर्स मेरी तरफ लग रहा है तो वो ऐसे घूम जाएगा वापस। इस फोर्स की वजह से वो सीधा नहीं जाएगा। जब तक मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में एंट्री नहीं मारा था तब तक वो सीधा आ रहा था। अब इसकी वजह से हमें राइट हैंड थंब रूल की वजह से वो ऐसे घूमने लगे, मतलब इट विल एंटर लाइक दिस एंड गो लाइक दिस, एंटर लाइक दिस। जैसे आप किसी साइकिल को रोड पे से धक्का मार के छोड़ दो किसी पहिए को, तो पहिया कैसे जाता है, ऐसे जाता है, व्हील आ गए। तो बाय यूजिंग दिस, if you arrange your ring finger in the direction of velocity, middle finger in the direction of magnetic field, then thumb will be in the direction of force. This is all about, in this case, in this special case, the particle or your charge will be moving in a circular path. It will perform a circular motion. I have mentioned here. तो यहाँ पे उसको सर्कुलर मोशन करेगा। अगर वो पूरा इस फील्ड में अंदर ही आ गया है तो गोल गोल घूमेगा ऐसे। इट विल मूविंग लाइक अ सर्कुलर मोशन एज द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर रिवॉल्विंग राउंड द न्यूक्लियस। आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड।